You're live. Oh my god, I forgot how to do this. It's been so long. Okay, I feel like I adjusted the monitor a little bit better. Oof. Okay, 2013, guys. 2013. It's a whole new year. cbass is doing a live stream. Oh, wow. Yeah. Anyone in the chat, say what's up. Let me know if you guys are able to hear me. Um, I haven't done a live stream in a million years, guys. I feel like the last one I did was about 2, 3 months ago. Um, there's like a lot of new subscribers to the channel. Um, yeah, so last time I was pretty much monitoring the subscriber count. Or I was like at around 7,000, and then I did what was it, a short or yeah, a YouTube short, which is an Instagram reel. Uploaded the YouTube short, and next thing you know, I skyrocket like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I feel like it has to do a lot with the YouTube shorts that I've been uploading. And that's just the way social media is heading towards now. I guess people are too busy to watch a full video. So people are just scrolling through these shorts, reels, and they're sucked into them and they're watching them religiously, I guess. So I've been doing pretty good with these YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, whatever you want to call them. I've been doing great on them. And I kind of take back everything I said about the whole TikTok thing. I still hate TikTok. I really don't like it. I really don't get it. I like it's like I feel like what's already there with Instagram and it's already there with YouTube. So it's like now I gotta be on three three social media platforms to like kind of be, I don't know. I don't want to say relevant because like I'm not trying to be relevant. I'm just trying to like do my own thing, and if people enjoy my stuff, then people can watch my stuff. But yeah, let me know if you guys are able to hear me. There's about 7 of you in here. Just let me know if you guys are able to hear me perfectly clear and I'm loud enough. I'm okay. If not, so I can modify the whole volume situation. Or did I turn off chat? I don't think I turned off chat. Let me see. Um, okay, so I put test and it seems like it's going. But anyways, yeah, loud. Oh, thank you, Christian Flores. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, guys, I tried getting Clay onto the stream, but he's doing movie night with his significant other. So no Clay tonight, but I'll probably get him into the stream possibly Sunday. I'm gonna try and do some more of these now because new year, new me. Who's this? Prince. Hello, Prince. 2023. Happy New Year. We're back at it again with the live streams, Prince. Yeah, I've been avoiding the live streams like a lot. I've been telling myself like I get home and it's like I'm just tired. I've been working a lot. I did catch COVID. I don't know if you guys saw my post on Instagram. I did catch COVID about 2 weeks ago, and it didn't feel as bad. It didn't feel bad. Like what was it? It was Monday. No, it was Sunday. So Sunday, I kind of felt just chilly. Like my whole body just felt like I had chills, and I was like, okay, whatever. It's not bad. So I was just doing my thing, and then Monday, I believe I was with Clayton. We were finishing up his MR2 before he went to Vegas, and I didn't feel anything. I felt fine, but I did call off work because I woke up just kind of feeling weak, but I wasn't. I don't know. I guess I didn't feel like anything wrong with me. I just felt weak. I had it about 2 weeks ago, like a cold. Yeah, it just felt like a cold. It just felt like a random cold. So Wednesday that week, here comes Wednesday, and I woke up with like this sore throat. It just like my throat felt dry, like like it just felt. It just didn't feel good, and I could barely like speak clearly. Whenever I was speaking, I was just like it felt like I wanted to cough, and so my girlfriend's like, you should probably test yourself. And so I tested myself, and lo and behold, I came out positive with COVID, and I was like, oh crap, well that sucks. So I messaged my boss that morning and I told him like, hey, I got COVID, can't come into work. And so he was like, yeah, that's fine. Just send me the picture of your test and call the HR lady and let her know, and she'll explain to you as to COVID pay and when you can return back to work. So did that, and I was out on COVID for I guess 7 business working days, and it really only hit me from Wednesday to like Friday. Like I felt bad. Those were the worst days. But after that, I started to feel a little bit better. Just kind of had the little sniffles here and there and whatever. But we're, anyways, when I was going through that, I just didn't feel like uploading, guys. Like the channel has been, I don't want to say it's been suffering, but just the channel has been kind of dry with like videos and content and whatnot. It's just I don't want to say like I'm running out of ideas. It's just right now it's bad weather. I don't have anywhere to work on cars. There's just not much I can do. But I do want to give you guys a couple of updates as to what's going on. So you guys know I got in an accident with the Corolla XRS, and I didn't upload a update video on as to my side of the insurance. But basically, what ended up happening was basically I was at fault 60%. So they both insurance said that I was 60% at fault because they're saying, "Oh, you want to get technical with how the other driver was coming down the freeway and he was going into the farthest lane turning. Well, what about you? You're crossing a solid white line, which you're in a turning lane, but it's like, yo, like the car in front of me can't move because it's broken, it broke down, it's stalled. So what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna stay on that area because I'm divided by a solid white line? It didn't make sense, and I kind of want to fight it a little bit more, but I was just like, you know what? It's whatever. I'm just gonna get over it. It actually ended up working out in my favor, actually, because when I was talking to my insurance provider, they said your policy won't get affected if the damages to the other party do not exceed $1,000. And the other guy's car, it wasn't even all that bad. Honestly, it looked like his whole side just got scratched up, like sideswiped basically. So it's like, what happened to his car? Nothing really happened. So honestly, you could have probably just buffed it out. Literally, you know how they say, oh, it'll buff out. No, this guy's Civic probably would have been able to just buff out. So anyways, because he only got 60% of damages, I guess, were returned, refunded. So my insurance ended up paying him out about $900. And so my insurance provider said, well, your insurance is not gonna get affected because it didn't exceed that amount of money. And so I was like, okay, cool. So what do I get? Since I'm over here 40% at or 60% at fault. So I only get 40%. So how much is that? They ended up giving me $960. So I'm honestly okay with that. I'm fine with $960. It doesn't sound like it's a lot of money, but if you know how to spend it, or if you know how to get your parts to repair your vehicle, it'll go a long way. But anyways, I already did buy a OEM from Bumper, and I'm just gonna tell you guys, since you guys are on the stream, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, but I'm basically gonna drop the whole '05 to '08 front end. I was never a fan of that front end. I hate it. I don't like how the front valences do not line up with the side skirts. I don't know why the front valences are like this much more higher or above the side skirts. They just don't flow. I never liked that. I'm sorry, guys. I just never liked the '05 front end of the Corolla. So I ended up going with the '03 to '04 front end. Yes. Thank you, Clayton, again. He bought me the front bumper from Toyota OEM, which is actually really cheap. Why is it only $160 from the dealership OEM? OEM quality from bumper. And then you have all these on Amazon and on like eBay for damn near $300 unfolded. If you get the folded one, which you're supposed to leave out in the sun, it's supposed to fold back out on its own. But why is that one like 100 and almost the same price, like 160? Midnight G35. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? um, but as I was saying, like, why is the folded one the same price as the OEM one? It didn't make sense. So it's like, look out for prices, guys. Like, if you guys aren't sure as to where you could get a cheaper price, just check around before you settle to one place. Like, I didn't know the OEM bumper was almost the same price as a folded up one from eBay. So wait, it says backyard gnome. Wait, that '03 from bumper fits '05 Corolla. I'm with you with the front. Could look way better. Backyard gnome, like, honestly, I just loved how the '03, '04 flows with the side skirts. And yes, the front bumper does bolt up to the '05. The only thing different about it is the fog light and the fog light pigtail, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to convert the pigtail to the H3. So I believe the Corolla fog light's 9006, and you have to convert it to a H3 fog light. So you have to make or purchase a conversion harness, conversion pigtail, whatever you want to call it, and buy the proper fog lights, and it should bolt up 100%, no modifications needed whatsoever. So I already took the Corolla to go get an estimate from the same guy that painted the Celica, the white Celica. He already gave me an estimate. He said it's going to be $2,500 for basically the whole front end, which involves the hood, the fenders, the bumper, valences, grill, yada yada yada, with the roof. So why did I choose to go this route and not paint the whole car? Because the estimate I got for repainting the whole car was not great. It really wasn't. So the estimate to paint the whole car from this painter was $6,000. And you guys know an '05 to '06 Corolla XRS, as rare as it is or as uncommon as it is, it's just not worth that much. It really isn't. You could get a good looking Corolla XRS like on a good day for like $5,000. So why am I going to pay $6,000 for a paint job on this car? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna live with the damage for a little bit longer. And this is my daily driver. So I was just like living with it. I was like, you know what? I really don't care. Um, I drive it on the freeway 30 miles, or should I say 60 miles round trip every day, and it's getting rock, it's getting chip damage, it's just getting all the weather abuse it gets, and it's like I'm gonna pay $6,000 for a paint job, and I don't know how long this paint's going to last because of the daily usage it gets. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that. But after driving the car damaged like that, you start to realize all the noises, all the vibration that the car makes from just staying parked at the traffic light or like at the stop sign. There's just so much noises, vibration, chatter from like the shifted components, and it's really annoying, guys. And then having to drive around, everyone just like all my friends are like, "Wow, you don't know how to drive? Oh, what happened here? Oh," and it's like pretty much a conversation starter. I get it, but I don't like it. So I told myself, you know what? I'm just gonna get this guy to give me a better quote, because when I sent him the pictures through Instagram, he kind of just gave me a rough estimate, and I was like, I feel like if I show him the car in person, he could probably give me a better estimate. So I actually went Tuesday, 2 days ago, to his shop in Modesto, and he gave me an estimate. He said $2,500, the roof, the whole front end, and basically make it look pretty good, or good, I should say. And I said, okay, cool. Ended up paying him half, which was 1250, and I have the appointment for the 16th of this month or the 17th of this month to drop it off. It's on Tuesday to drop it off, and I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna have my Corolla for like, I don't know, a month or two. So they actually did work pretty fast when they painted my white Celica. They did it in like a month. So I feel like if they could do that much within a month, I feel like they could maybe get my car done maybe 2 weeks. Who knows? I won't be in a rush to get it back. I don't want them to hurry or rush. So I'll just drive my dad's Toyota Matrix XR or whatever. Or if it stops raining, because we've been getting so much rain here in the Central Valley, like it's crazy. Um, Apparently in Elk Grove, or outside of Galt entering Elk Grove, there was like three people that died because they drowned in their car. I guess while the storm was going down, there was a levee by there that broke and pretty much just submerged everyone or trapped everyone in their car. And I guess um, the current was so hard that it pushed these cars off the freeway and onto the river. Obviously, the car sinks, and that's how they drowned. Because it didn't make sense that they drowned on the road. Like, how does that make sense if the river's only up to the door? Like, how does one drown? No, they fell off the freeway and into the river and drowned. Backyard, no, man. I just spent 5K on my Corolla XRS doing the timing gasket and new hubs all the way around in calipers. Yeah, man, it's like you don't realize how much money you're spending on these cars that aren't really worth that much money. And it's like, I get it. We have this passion to like work on our cars and just love our cars for what they are, and then we lose track of how much money we've spent. As I told many of you guys, my Corolla XRS, like I really don't like talking about it, like how much money I spent, but that car at least is like 12 to $15,000 in like upgrades and whatnot. I've done a lot to that Corolla. It might not look like I've done much to it, but it's like there's a lot that's been done to it. Lugene Customs, what's up, homie? Hey, what's up, man? Appreciate the comments on a couple of the videos, man. I see you're watching them. Braulio, what's up, bro? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Backyard Gnome, it still needs new coilovers too, dude. That's the thing about the coilovers, because I daily drive that car. I really don't want to get coilovers. They're too stiff, and I have the Tokiko Reds with the H&R Sport Springs, and it's a pretty comfortable ride for 30 miles or 30 miles to and from, so 60 miles. I like it, but what I've done to the Corolla XRS, the struts, the springs, and I've done like the big brake kit, TRD strut bar, the engine intake, the wheels. I could keep going. It just adds up. So it's like I don't like talking about how much I spent on the Corolla XRS, man. And don't even get me started on the sixth gen. Like, it's not to show off or anything. It's just like you lose track of how much you're spending on your cars, and it's like, man, that car's not even worth that much. What did I do? What hole did I sink myself into? But as I said, it's just a passion that we all have. It's like we love these cars, and we just want to make them look unique and look just as good as, I don't know, whatever you see, something you see out of a magazine, which is what I wanted to do. I used to look at all these old magazines from like Import Racer and like just all these tuning magazines. I was like, man, I wish I had a car like that. Man, I really want a car like that when I'm older. And it's like, now that I'm older, it's I kind of got it. But when you gonna convince your fam to drop a 2ZZ in his Sonic XP. Um, Geez, man, whenever he gets money, because I really don't want to drop it in there. You know what's funny about that? I can't seem to find any pictures of someone with a 2ZZ converted first gen Scion XP. Like there's this one guy on Instagram or on Facebook that says that he has a 2ZZ in his first gen Scion XP, but he doesn't show pictures. He doesn't show anything. He only has, I believe, he has a dyno video, and you can hear the second cam profile for the 2ZZ when it hits lift. You can hear, but it's like, dude, show me a picture of your engine bay. Like, like I want to see this 2ZZ inside your XB, and there's no pictures of it. There really isn't. And um it's the same thing as the 1ZZ. You have to notch the subframe so that the crank pulley does not hit the frame of the vehicle, because I actually have a friend, James, if you're watching, who was trying to do a 1ZZ conversion on his Scion XB because he does have the TRD supercharger. He wants to do a 1ZZ TRD supercharger on his Scion XB, but we don't have the welding knowledge or the welding skill to perform these things. And that's one of the things I would like to get into, welding. Um, I would love to get into welding, but it's just one, it's an expensive hobby. You have to buy a pretty good welder. I actually regret buying the little small welder I bought when I converted, or when I blocked off my side markers indicators on my sixth generation Celica. I bought the most cheapest, smallest welder from Harbor Freight, which was like $300, and it doesn't have a port or a connection for the gas line. So I'm over here welding peanuts, and it's like, man, I regret buying this welder. Now I'm kind of stuck with it. I don't know if anyone's gonna buy it. I could try to throw it up on sale for like half the cost and just recoup something so that I can go ahead and buy one with the gas connection and possibly do a better job at my welds. But Lugene, I don't know. Hopefully my cousin doesn't crash that Scion XB. I really love the first generation XB. I love the second generation XB as well, but I just hate the 2AZ. I just hate the 2AZ. It's a horrible engine. It's just bad. So I don't want to buy one of those. If I do buy a second gen XB, I would love to do a 2AR conversion with the 6-speed manual. That would be dope. That would be dope. So don't put any ideas on my head, guys, because I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. Um, Backyard Gnome, I'll help you spend some more money. So the TRD-FJ cruiser shift knob fits the Corolla. Haven't seen anyone use it before. Backyard Gnome, I will keep my Corolla XRS stock shift knob. I actually have three of them. I have three of the Corolla XRS shift knobs. I just Lugene. Okay, sorry about that, Lugene. Sorry about that. I didn't know how to pronounce your name. But anyways, going back to Backyard Gnome. Yeah, I'm just one of those guys that loves to have like a stock looking interior, and I decide to keep the Corolla XRS shift knob. I did rock the TRD shift knob that was for the meant to be for the Scion FRS GT86, but I think I bought the off-branded, or I should say the Chinese replica one, where the numbers just started to peel off from the knob itself, and then the leather threads started to come off from the shift knob, and it looked like crap. So I was like, boom, threw that shit out of here. And just went back to the Corolla XRS stock shift knob. So I might invest in a super class one. You guys should look into super class shift knobs. Those shift knobs are weighted and they are great. They feel like they're worth $1 million, but they're just $60. Or if you wait for their Black Friday sale, you could probably pick one up for about $40. I enjoy it. I'll probably end up buying one maybe this year around Black Friday. So, anyways, let's see. Let's keep going. Braulio, it's an expensive hobby for sure. Laugh out loud. It really is, man. You, as I said, you don't realize whenever you're like on eBay or like on that one website where you have where the part is in your shopping cart, you just click purchase and it's like, oh crap, what did I just buy? And you don't seem to notice it because like I don't know, like it's just like a natural reaction. I guess you could say whenever an item is on your shopping cart, boom, purchase. Don't even think about it. Just wait till it comes and enjoy the part. That's basically what I did with the seventh generation carbon fiber mid blade that I bought from Carbon Microsystems. Kind of expensive, but I was like, click purchase. Okay, good night. I'm going to sleep. Not gonna even think about it until it gets here. Oh man, Midnight G35. I almost crashed my '07 CE today. I took the corner a little too fat, and I panicked and looked up. The brakes, I slid into the muddy ditch, no damage, thankfully. Oh my god. You know what's funny? I've had something like this happen to me, but to my 2001 Toyota Corolla. I was coming in a little bit too. I think you meant to say fast. I was coming in a little too fast on the corner, and my car. I was turning left, so I was turning left, but I guess it's what is it called? Oversteering, where my car just did like a. It pretty much did like a donut, and I was facing the opposite way of the traffic, so I was looking straight onto the cars that were coming my way, and I was like, oh shit, and this is me being broke, and I'm pretty sure I had like the world's baldest tires because it was on a summer day, and it's like, how did I just spit out like cheese? um Prince, the Celica market got me fucked up. I'll never sell my Celica. No, dude, don't ever sell that Celica. If anything, later down the road, just too easy swap it. Oh, Nava. Welding stuff on my Fox body this weekend. Nice, nice. I gotta get into welding. I really do. It's one of those things like if I knew how to weld, there could be like a huge expansion to the channel. More new stuff can come to the builds. I can do some better things. Who knows? But I really need to get into welding because eventually when I do decide to go 2GR on the sixth generation Celica, I actually have to modify the frame of the vehicle to accommodate the power steering pump, and I believe I also have to notch a little bit the cross member so that the 2GR fits in there correctly. So I don't know. Later down the road, who knows? I might eventually do start getting into welding. I might wait till possibly Black Friday and pick up a decent welder from Harbor Freight. I missed out. I probably should have got it for their end of the year sale. They had like the greatest end of the year sale, 25% off a single item, like Harbor Freight. And we haven't had those 20% off sales from Harbor Freight in a while because they stopped giving out those 20% off sale coupons and they started to only give us like 10% coupons. And it's like, yo, you guys handed out the 20% off coupons like nothing. What happened to them? So I don't know. Maybe Harbor Freight kind of realized that people were taking advantage of the coupons because I took advantage of them. The sale went on for like 4 days or 5 days, I believe, and basically every day, um, I went to go buy something, and then my sister went to go buy something with her phone number, and I was getting two items for 25% off every day. I ended up getting the 3/8 set for short and long Icon brand, the quarter-inch short set as well. Bought a quarter-inch ratchet, bought a half-inch ratchet, the long one, and I bought the torque wrench. I bought a couple of things, man, but I took advantage of that sale. I really did. Let's see, where did I leave off? The Crimson Chin. Here comes the Crimson Chin. I love the Fairly Odd Parents. I used to watch that show so much. Um, Where did you get that, Timmy Turner? And then he goes, internet. Still looking for a Celica GTS for almost 7 months. Y'all in Cali got it made, dude. Crimson Chin, you gotta come out here to Cali. Like, you can get a nice GTS for like $5,000 to $6,000, and the the great thing about it is that they're rust free. That's one of the things I enjoy about being a car enthusiast in California is like we don't have to deal with rust. And I get it. All you mechanics out on the East Coast are like, man, they're not true mechanics. They don't have to deal with rusted nuts, rusted bolts, this and that, yada yada yada. You feel like you're like on top of the world when you extract that broken stud or that broken bolt. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll work with my non-rusted cars. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you want a really nice car, you need to come to California. Clay, get the hell off my stream. Go watch your movies with your girlfriend. um, why you? Shut up, dude. Go watch your movie with your girlfriend. Let's see what else. By the way, it's pronounced Lugene. Yeah, Lugene. Sorry about that. Midnight G35. Oh wait, gobble clap. Use your rubber headlight ring cover trick with a double-sided tape the other day. Works like a charm. Gobble clap, like that thing worked flawlessly. I've already had that 3M double-sided tape on the rubber rings on my 6th gen since what, June? Did I go to June or July to Toyota Fest? I forgot what month it was, but they're still on there. They haven't sagged, they haven't shifted, they haven't moved. That double-sided tape held on. It's still holding on. So if you guys have a 6th gen and you're trying to get those rubber rings to stay on the headlight, I recommend using 3M double-sided tape, the outside one, not the white one, but the one that's I think they have it on the paint section at Home Depot. It's a big roll. It's like red like this. That one's the good one, not the white one with like the green crosshair pattern on it. No, not that one. That's the indoor one. Use the outdoor one. All right. God, I need to catch up on these comments. Midnight G35. I got some XRS matrix seats for my '07 Corolla. Do you know if it'll bolt right up? Midnight G35, were you the same person that messaged me on the video of my comparison seats? If so, I don't know if they will bolt up. But the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, the Matrix XRS seats, they make you sit a little bit higher compared to the Corolla XRS seats. So you're probably going to be sitting a little bit higher if I'm not mistaken. And if you're over 6 feet, you probably don't want to do that. And honestly, the Matrix XRS seats didn't really have that much bolster like the Corolla XRS seats. So if I were you, I would actually look for Corolla XRS seats. Those actually have a lot more bolster to the sides, and those feel, I guess, better than the Matrix ones. Looks like Delrin shift knobs. Backyard Gnome. I really love the Sonic Speed truck conversions, dude. Have, if you've seen them in person, they actually look good. Some of these people actually have like the skill to do these conversions, and they look really good. I used to see them a lot at Toyota Fest. You used to see like 3 or 4 at Toyota Fest, but I don't know. I guess it's like a dying breed. And I think last year there was only one at Toyota Fest, so I don't know, maybe it died down. I don't think it should. It's a really good thing. And then Japan had the cool one. I don't know what's it called, but it's like a conversion. Like the back is cut off like the truck one, but it looks good. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called, but if you're interested in seeing it, just go to Wikipedia. They have a picture of it right there. Um, let's see. There we go. Braulio, laugh out loud. I feel you. It hurt my wallet buying the SSRs, but well worth it. Oh yeah, dude, well worth it. Your SSRs are way more expensive than my what are they? Jeez, I can't even remember what are they. The 57 DRs. My 57 DRs only cost me like $1,200 or something like that. and then the tires another 600. But but then again, I still had to buy the center caps, the lug nuts, the valve stems. So it kind of added up to like 2 grand, just the wheels and tires alone for my 57 DRs. So yeah, I bet your SSRs cost a lot more. God, I'm gonna butcher this. Szechuan, Szechuan, Are you- Szechuan. Okay. Are there other tuning options available besides an Apex Power FC? They seem very expensive. I have a 1ZZ GT, by the way. Oof. Um Geez, if you really stay NA with a 1ZZ, I don't feel like you're gonna get much power out of it, dude. I have seen some impressive numbers with turbo setups for the 1ZZ. I've seen people push them to 500 horsepower, and those are some pretty impressive numbers for a 1ZZ turbo. But if you're gonna stay at NA, I don't think Apexy Power C does 1ZZ, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but if you do have money, you could go the boom slang route and get a conversion harness to so that your vehicle can accept any of the aftermarket ECUs like Link, AEM, and whatever's out there. But if you're gonna stay NA, I really don't recommend you do that. Just have fun with the car, or if not, then do go 2ZZ because there's a lot more power in a NA 2ZZ configuration than a NA 1ZZ. Chris Velasquez, hey, what would you recommend if your car has a code P0741 torque converter clutch solenoid for AT? When I do oil changes, I do see shifters. So what is that? The solenoid itself? So I believe I had something similar to that. If I'm not mistaken, I did get a code for that on my dad's '03 Toyota Matrix XR. And what I ended up doing, I went to the junkyard and I kind of looked around, and I would look at a Corolla that looked like it was in an accident, and then I would drop the oil pan for the transmission, and I actually took out all three of the solenoids for the transmission, cleaned them up with some brake clean, and just put it back onto my transmission, changed the filter, and put some new fluid in it, and that code actually went away. Because if I'm not mistaken, those solenoids for the torque converter or for the transmission, they're really expensive. They're like $200 if I'm not mistaken. Because I was trying to buy a new one for my dad's Matrix, but I just can't see myself spending that much money. So I'm cheap. Remember, I'm cheap. I'm not broke. There's two different things to it. I'm cheap, so I went to the junkyard and I got the solenoids out of this Corolla, swapped them out. Thing worked like a champ. So maybe try doing that before you go out there and spend the money on a expensive solenoid. But let's see, Prince, low key, just want to throw in a 6 speed. Not gonna lie, bro, you should have bought a jack. Prince, yeah, if I mean you have an '05, what is it, '05 GT, so that 1ZZ should last you a decent amount of time. Those didn't have the oil consumption problems that the earlier ones did. So yeah, you could just pick up a 6 speed and call it a day. I mean, um, a 1ZZ manual is faster than a 2ZZ automatic. So at the very least, you'll beat me in a race with my Celica. um, Bruh, should have bought a jack. Clay, you guys bought me a jack for my birthday. Why would I have bought one for the end of the year sale? And plus, that was end of the year, not Black Friday, dummy. Christian Flores, have a transmission shop test all your solenoids. Christian's right. You could do that, but if you're on a budget and if you're cheap and if you do have junkyards near you, I suggest you go get those solenoids off another vehicle. It just seems like it's a cheaper way. Plus, at the end of the day, you will also go ahead and change out your fluid from your transmission. Or if you feel like it's slipping, then save that fluid, don't throw it away, and just put it back into the transmission. So Yeah, if it's slipping, or if you feel like it's gonna be slipping, or it's too dirty, reuse your old fluid. Don't put in new fluid because you're just gonna kiss that transmission bye bye. It's gonna start spinning and slipping. Let's see. Clay, get off the stream. You were trying to watch what was it? Wizards of Waverly Places with Selena Gomez. Why are you talking about rusted nuts? Come on, dude. Oh my god, you got Nicole in here too? She says, "Homie, pause the movie to watch this, bruh." Clay, you're so sad. Go back to watch the movie. Holy crap. Oh, jeez. Um, Clay, I wouldn't. What did I say, Clay? I wouldn't that level of disrespect slide G, but he did. Why you look like this emoji? You so stupid. Why you look like this emoji? Matrix seats sound like they have the same problem. Sonics we do. Uh, yeah, they're both high. I don't like. I also don't like the Sonics B seats. They're. I don't want to say uncomfortable, but they just don't feel good. They don't feel like quality. They rip real easily. I'm going turbo. Okay, cool. You're going turbo. So get either a link EC, but the thing is, going turbo and trying to stay on a budget is really not going to be the greatest solution out there, man. But yeah, they seem very expensive. If you're going to go turbo, get ready to have some deep pockets or spend some money because it's not going to be cheap, guy. Um, let alone a supercharged setup. That's not cheap. I don't want to quote, but I spent a decent amount of money getting my Celica to where it's at to run correctly. You realize whenever you go turbo, you're going to need to upgrade your injectors. You're going to need to get some supporting mods for it. You're going to need to get what cams, manifolds to accommodate the turbo, and welding skills to weld in that return line to the oil pan. Like it's just not cheap, dude. So if you're gonna do turbo, either do it right or don't do it. That's just what I tell myself. Like why do it twice when you could do it right one time and not have to deal with it later down the road, which is something I kind of regret doing. With my sixth generation Celica, a couple of things I want to do the right way, but I just didn't have the money. And then I got promoted at work, so that now I have the money. So I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get these bigger injectors, get all these supporting mods for the Celica so that it can run decently. And what do you know? It started to rain, and now I can't drive the car. um, Listen, get out your multimeter and ohm out the solenoids. They should all have very similar resistance. Yeah. If you know how to troubleshoot those solenoids, then by all means go that route. But again, I'm speaking to someone that I guess isn't knowledgeable or is doing this more like a DIY sort of thing. If you're on a budget, if you're broke, this is what I did, and this is my result. It fixed it. My check engine light went away, and I was able to get my car to pass smog with no check engine light for the solenoid codes and get my tags, my registration to go on. Prince, Clay, really you said bros over hoes for us. Damn, Clay. Getting called out by Prince. Braulio, I'm going Roadtrek supercharger, but buying everything little by little. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. And that's pretty much what I did. I for the sixth generation Celica, I kind of bought everything little by little. Um, don't want to just fork out all the money at once, and that's also the same thing what I'm doing with my Corolla XRS. I really want to already install the Grady supercharger, but um I don't want to say this, but I feel like my 2ZZ is already starting to die on my Corolla XRS. Like it drives fine, like I'm able to hit lift. There's no check engine light to it, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer to start, and it's not a battery issue, it's not like a starter issue. One, it has a new battery. Actually, two, new battery, new starter, and it still kind of takes a lot longer to start the engine. And when I do stall my car, it doesn't start up on like the first crank. It actually cranks like two or three times before it actually starts. So that to me says that it's already low compression. There or the compression is going down. So there's it's just not performing as it should. Yeah, I could rebuild it. Yeah, I could put new rings, new valves, and all that, but I kind of want to get something that's lower mileage so that I could slap it on and maybe rebuild my original 2ZZ, because I do want to keep my 2ZZ. I do want to make something out of my 2ZZ Gretty supercharged setup, but it's like I was trying to finish my Celica, and now that I don't want to say that I'm 100% done with the sixth generation Celica, but now that it's in a position where I could say, damn, that car is looking nice. I don't need to do anything to it now. I can focus now on my Corolla XRS, and I'll be 2ZZ Gretty supercharged before Clayton will be. Anyways, Chris, thanks, brother. Sounds good. I appreciate. Congrats on the promotion. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I'm finally happy that I did get the promotion at work. Well, I guess if you want to call it a promotion, it's more of a different pay style. I was getting paid hourly, and now I'm getting paid as a flat rate line technician. So basically, instead of getting paid for the amount of time you're at work, you're getting paid for the amount of work you are doing at work. Duck Vision, what up, Way? Hey, man. Nice to catch you on the stream. We got about 14 minutes before I call it quits, though, because I do got to go to work tomorrow. And yeah, but nice of you to be here. Where did I leave off? Kid Yuyo, I have bad paint. Is it worth getting my car repainted, or should I just keep driving it and get over the looks? '09 Vibe GT with 250,000 miles and the 2AZ. God, I fucking hate that 2AZ. It's been reliable since I've had it. I'm actually surprised you got that 2AZ to 250,000 miles. Usually the 2AZ, they tend to overheat, they tend to burn oil, and when they do overheat, they lift up the head bolts with them along with the threads. Lo and behold, you feel like you have a bad head gasket, but you don't. You have a warped head. So that's actually a miracle that you got it to 250,000 miles. But Kid Yuyo, goes back to the conversation that I had. So if you go back and rewatch this video from the beginning, I did start talking about prices for paint for my 263,000 mile Toyota Corolla XRS. So I have an '05 Corolla XRS, and the paint on the hood and the roof is already starting to fade. This California sun just doesn't allow us to have nice looking cars if you park it out on the street or outside. Has to be parked in the garage, or if not, the California sun will for sure dry up that, or it will for sure burn up that clear coat, and then you'll have like a mess of a hood. At least we don't rust. Yes, Irvin, or yes, Duck, you're right. We do not rust. Let's see. Where did I leave off? So yeah, so Kid Yuyo. I wouldn't really paint it unless you know someone. Um, See you later, Prince. Thank you for sticking around. Appreciate it, man. Um, Kid Yuyo. I really wouldn't paint it. It's just like if you don't see yourself holding on to this vehicle for like, let's say, over 2 to 3 years, why invest into the paint? It's like you want to buy something better down the road, or is this a car you for sure want to keep? Then yeah, by all means, go ahead and paint it. Get someone to give you a good quote. Again, don't leave it off with the first person that you get a quote from. Go around, go to other places, get some quotes around town, maybe get some pictures of work that they've done in the past, and see how it turns out. I actually went with this guy from Sacramento. He's the one who painted both Tsunami Celicas, the white one and the blue one. He did a great job, but then he painted my dad's Matrix, the '03 Matrix, the black one, and not even a year later, it's already starting to the clear's already starting to fade a bit. It's not as glossy as it was before. I can maybe polish it and maybe get it to shine a little bit more, but I feel like with a simple wash, it should have made the clear look a lot like better, or it should have looked. They should have made it look better, and it didn't. So I paid this guy $600 to paint my whole front end, the fenders, the hood, the bumpers, the valences. I think I paid $600, and I'm gonna go with this guy that painted my white Celica. He's gonna basically paint my whole front end with the roof for $2,500. That does sound like a lot of money, but I like his work. Um, it just looks good. So I appreciate the stuff he does, and he has a lot of pictures to show how he paints or how his quality is, and I trust this guy giving him my money. So I'm gonna go that route. And yeah, as I said, Kid Yuyo, if you see yourself keeping this car for a long time or for a lot longer, by all means, get it painted. If not, then just leave it alone. Just drive it till the wheels fall off, or just drive it and just get rid of it if that's what you're planning on doing. I don't know what exactly it is you plan to do with that car. Nada. I got a 60,000 mile 2ZZ, but you gotta buy my '03 XRS to get it. No, thank you. I do not need another Matrix. And that's a funny way to buy the 2ZZ. You know what's funny? I actually did find one. I actually did find a 2ZZ with not 60K, but it is at 90,000 miles. And it is from a reputable source. So I may fork over the money that they are asking for it and kind of have it as, like, I guess, a backup 2ZZ. So whenever I do decide to go supercharge, I'll have that 2ZZ motor ready. Um, Now the repainted roof, hood, and pillars, Hawaii sun, nice now. Yeah, the sun here in California, I'm pretty sure Hawaii sun's a lot stronger, but here in California, the sun is just brutal to us, man. It just kills our paint. It will it will make our cars look like shit. But it also depends on the clear coat you end up running. Because that's, I guess that's also the reason why my roof on my or my hood on my dad's Matrix decided to go bad, because we used like a $60 clear coat or whatever it was. It was like a $60 clear coat, and it was funny when we were at the paint shop. I had asked the guy, "What's the difference on these?" And then he asked me, "Are you going to sell the car or you're going to keep it?" And then I said, "I might sell it soon, but I kind of do want to hold on to it for a bit." And he goes like, "Well, if you want to sell it within a year, get this one," which was the $60 one. And I didn't want to pay the 300 that I paid for the clear coat on my turquoise pearl Celica. That clear coat is still actually pretty good for what I think. I've already had that car for 5 years, painted turquoise pearl, and it's still pretty good. And mind you, I haven't like polished it. I haven't like done any sort of paint treatment to it. I just wash it and I just let it sit outside the California sun for 5 years. That paint is that clear coat still looks good the way the day it rolled out of that garage that we painted it in. But at the same time, it does have its rock chips and its defects on the front bumper because, hello, we put a lot of miles on that Celica GTS. I believe it's already at 250,000 miles. So yeah, I got nothing but old Toyotas, guys. All my Toyotas are over 200K now. My Corolla XRS 263, my Turquoise Pro Celica 250, I believe. My dad's XR is at 260 as well. My sister's XR is, I believe, at 240K. So nothing but Toyota reliability, guys, which is why I decide to work on these cars. Like, I think the most I've done to my dad's car is obviously replace the engine, but that's because he messed it up. He ran that thing without coolant, but the transmission is still running, so whatever. Anyways, let's see. Backyard gnome. Ooh, after I got my timing gasket changed, pretty sure they pulled the engine. Now the heat has a faint now the heat has a faint antifreeze smell. Backyard gnome, do you have a Matrix or Corolla XRS? Because that I have the same thing going on my Corolla XRS. When I did do when I dropped my engine, because when I did my first timing chain cover gasket on my Corolla, I ended up pulling both engine and transmission out because I was going to change the clutch. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull both of them out and do it outside the car. And when I put it back in, now my heat does have a faint smell of antifreeze, but it's only when I first started up for that morning. I don't know what it is. I tried looking everywhere. I don't have a heater core leak. I am not losing any coolant. I just don't know why I have this faint smell of coolant. So I kind of don't want to deal with it. I don't want to rip the dashboard apart, but yeah, if you '05 Corolla XRS, yeah, it's just right at the start, and I'm looked all over for a leak. Dude, backyard, no, we're in the same boat then. I cannot find this leak. I don't think it's a leak. Someone told me that it's the blend door that got stuck, but it just seems like it doesn't seem like realistic if you also got it when after they pulled the engine out and did that job. Um, I don't know, Becker. No, if you do more investigation on that and you do find something, shoot me a message on Instagram. I would love to know what you end up finding out if you do decide to go further into that. Otherwise, just stay subscribed to the channel. If I do find something about it, obviously I'll go ahead and make a video about it. But other than that, I can't help you out any further than that. Book time. It's awesome if you know what you're doing and are fast. Yep, it really is. I work at Honda and I've been doing number four services, which involves a timing belt, spark plugs, pretty much a major service that pays almost 12 hours, and I got it down to where I can do that job within like half of that, so I can do it in 6 hours. So basically I get paid 6 other hours additional to whatever it is I got. And I try to be a little bit faster about it so that I can knock these jobs out sooner to get obviously more hours and make more money at work, which is the key to the prize. um, yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream in about 2 minutes, guys. So any last questions, shoot them my way. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. And I like talking to you guys. I appreciate it. Catch up with some of you. Uh, go from there, and it's just something I like to do. I don't do it for people's. I feel like sometimes people think I do it for like the money and whatnot. Like it's not for the money. It's not for like the clout. It's just like I like to just share the knowledge I have and just talk with some of you guys. Like, how's it going in your guys' dealership? If you guys do work at the dealership, are you guys busy? Are you guys uh dead? Like, what's going on? I like this sort of thing. But 2023, hopefully this year, there is a lot of change in my life. Um, this year, I really hope I do decide to bite the bullet and pull out a business loan and open up my second arcade and potentially leave Honda, and kind of make my arcade business a full time job and go from there. It's just I like what I do. I don't hate the dealership, but it's like you can only focus on one thing so much before you start burning yourself out, before you start like just trying to pull your hair out because there's just so much going on. And the thing about the dealership life is it takes away 2 hours of my life every day. Like it adds up. Like, so if you do 2 by 7, that's 14 hours. 14 hours of my life stuck in traffic to work and back 1 week. And 2 weeks is 28. So we have 24 hours in a day. So 2 weeks of just sitting in traffic. That's already a day wasted. And I feel like in that day I could have done a lot of things. I could have hung out with my family. I could have, if I do end up going that point in my life, been with my loved ones and with my, like, I don't want to say it. But you get what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, I could get a job closer to home, but it's like, it's not easy, guys. It really isn't. The pay's not good out here. There's no work, and well, there's no work in my field, and I have to travel 30 miles to where I work, and it's just something I want to end up not doing for the rest of my life. So hopefully this year I do make that big move, and I don't know. We'll see where the channel goes. If the channel blows up, cool. If the channel doesn't blow up, then whatever. You'll see me doing this every other day, even with whatever it is I do with my life. But anyways, guys, that's 1 hour. I appreciate a lot of you. I appreciate every single one of you for leaving a comment. Um, and hopefully I can do this a lot more often this year because I did take a break, but that was because of the whole COVID thing. That was just winter and just a lot of things, guys. But appreciate all of you, every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys later. Stay subscribed, follow the Instagram, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.